Now, good morning. A beautiful morning at that too. I've just done a little cattle move here now. We have had lots of rain. Right now, let's tell you the date, but where are we? May the 18th, 22, yeah. So, beware in here. Now, by right now, I should be getting my topper out and topping all that, and that was the plan this morning, but I have to bring my daughter to work, so that's not going to happen. And there's rain promised in the afternoon, thundery downpours. So it would be great if I could get doing it, but maybe I can. But anyhow, the cattle are in here now for the day. The grass has officially got ahead of me. It's mostly gone to seed. It's all gone to meadow. But I'm just going to rush them through it now, I think. Give them big areas and lots of moves, daily moves, if not twice a day moves. So I put them into this little section here now, and normally I'd put a fence down the middle, split it in two, and then open it up this evening and let them get into the lower half. But I'm going to give them the whole lot of it. For two reasons. One, I mightn't be able to get back, and secondly, I want to, if I had to, just make them the same area again on the far side of that hedge to double up my speed going through. So that's the current situation. Now I'll just show you something here now as well, if you notice. I'll just try and point it out here. That lower field there is a problem field. It's hard got into in the winter time. There's bits of drains there that's overflowing and that, so it's a wet field. It's hard to get into, but there's lots of rushes in it. Now it's gone to meadow now. It's gone to seed. The field behind that hedge there. Normally now I would go in there after this place. I'd go along the back of that hedge and down there, and I'd tighten them on it and tramp it into the ground. Now I was on for doing that this time, but I don't know whether to go in there and do that and then the rest of the farm will be gone way ahead of me, or skip it. I might skip it and go in behind these trees and work my way around and get back to where I started as soon as possible, because the growth is serious. We're right in the middle of spring flush now, or May flush, or grass growth, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking of at the minute. The field I hopped the other day in the last video now, it's flying up. So I'm 10 days, I'll be 2 weeks on grass only this Saturday. I was just looking at the calendar there, so 2 weeks, and look, I've any amount of weeks ahead of me, but I'm going to try and squeeze it, squeeze it down and get another 2 weeks. That would be what, 2 weeks, 28 days before I go back to the start. I don't look at the calendar now anymore. I used to. Last year I looked at the calendar. Look at that calf there. Let me zoom in on that fella. How do I zoom in? I can't zoom in. No, I can't zoom in. Jesus, I love that calf. How do you zoom in? No, it's not letting me zoom in for some reason. My phone, I'm going to have to get a new phone. But that's my favourite calf there now, and he's looking well. But where was I? I'm after losing my train of thought. Yeah, so if I speed up, I'll get around the whole farm in 28 days. Basically what I'm saying. Or as soon as the first field is ready. And at this rate, it'll be fairly soon. It's unbelievable. I'm going to do, in the next while, a grass measuring test. I'm going to drive a stake into the ground and mark it after I take the cattle out, and then to go back on it every few days and see what the speed of the growth is on that bit of grass that was it, to see how quick it comes back. I'm going to try that as well. And then another video I'm going to do is I'll do a bit of a soil dig up the ground and look at the root system and see what I can learn from it. But anyhow, it's a beautiful day. If it was to stay like this all day now, it'll be great, but I'm loving the rain, but I'm anxious to get topping. That lower place there, that was never topped last year. It's not too bad. It was well battered down over the winter time. Twice they were on it. But just for tidiness sake, I'd like to get it done now, because I won't top it again. I want the rushes there for the winter time, for shelter. But for now, I want grass there. So there's the cattle there now. My little drinker's up there. The hose pipe is here. I had it over there for yesterday, and I just dragged it back up. And then, sure, look, you know yourself, I can move it on as I go, add on hoses and take away hoses. So the cattle are very content here now. It's getting warm and it's humid. Serious growth weather. So that's basically it now. So I might just, as I said, skip that lower field there and go around the rest of the place. And on the next rotation, it will be very strong, but it'll fall over very handy when the cattle stand on it. And then I'll see how we get on after that. But I want to batter them rushes over anyhow, one way or the other. It's not a very productive field. It's mostly rushes, so that's why I don't mind letting it go to loss slightly for the greater good, long term. If that makes sense. It kind of does in my head, but I mightn't have just said it right. Anyhow, there's our calves and there's our cattle. And the sun is shining, so I'm going to go home now, get a cup of tea, get this girl gone to work, and I'll see about what I'm going to do after that. I have to collect more children then. Flat out there. So anyhow, good luck and goodbye.